She was a woman trapped in a man's body and couldn't live a lie anymore. But for a D.C. police sergeant, it was complicated.
That's right. What followed was a scary step-by-step process of introducing herself as a woman to her fellow police officer, colleagues of 2 decades, her family, and her wife of 23 years. Only on 7, Jennifer Donelon has more on this daring story of living out loud.
For D.C. Police Sergeant Jessica Hawkins, this was not an easy story to tell.
Nothing else has scared me more.
Engulfing fear forced her to live as a man for 40 years. That time is over.
Most people, I think, in this area are accepting, and even if they aren't, they at least have enough manners just to keep their opinion to themselves.
So much was and still is on the line. A marriage?
I'm losing my spouse, in a sense.
It's great.
Yeah, it is. I'm really upset, but yeah.
Relationships at work were put to the test.
Everyone's been super supportive. If they don't agree with it, they just kind of avoid me and don't say anything at all.
If you're wondering at this point in the story what Sergeant Jessica Hawkins looked like when she was a man, you'll have to remain curious. She asked that we not publish those photos for a reason.
Once you see the picture of Will, you will always associate me as a man. I am trying to live my life as a normal, everyday woman.
Her life was a series of secrets.
I've known I was different than all the other boys since I was probably 5 or 6 years old.
She wore girls' then women's clothes in private only. Her high school sweetheart and wife of 23 years said she thought it was just a fetish.
Never in a million years did I think I was going to end up married to a woman.
Hawkins is receiving hormone replacement therapy and said she will eventually undergo gender corrective surgery.
I'm happy, but now she's not happy. And then if I went back to my male self, which I would never do, I'm like, there's just no way. Then she would be happy, but I wouldn't be happy.
You know, people, are you a lesbian? Not that I think there's anything wrong with it, but I'm not. You know, so that is the hard part. Is trying to find attraction and stay in love with someone when they're changing so drastically.
As the Hawkins work hard to figure out how they'll land.
I'm not going to leave someone that I love when they're going through something like this.
I would love to keep my marriage intact. I mean, me and my wife, we are best friends.
Hawkins says she hopes for a life where the neighbors don't balk.
My husband was like, well, what do I say? I'm like, act normal. I said, you know what? Everyone's different. Good for her.
And where the community in which she served for 20 years,
It doesn't make me a difference. Long as she do her job.
embraces her.
I'm not lying to anyone. I was like, now I could just be myself, and I could be true to myself and everyone else.
In Southeast, Jennifer Donelon, ABC 7 News.